Welcome to the SelfActualize Podcast, where we bring you insights from world-class coaches on personal growth and self-discovery. I'm Brachi, and in this series, we're featuring Dr. Colleen Campbell, the founder of Ignite Potential. She'll be guiding us through the powerful process of discovering your true self, understanding the stories about who you are, and how to reframe them to align with your authentic self. Let's get started.
How do you tell your story of success? I help people clarify and meet their goals, but I also help people feel stronger and more confident about who they are. Today I'm sharing a behind-the-scenes strategy I use to help my clients remember who they really are and feel more self-assured. There are many reasons why a person might not feel as successful as they deserve to feel. Maybe you're in a job that's no longer challenging, is not aligned with your personality, or is not treating you with the respect you warrant. Maybe you've suffered a loss, such as a death of a cherished loved one, the end of a long relationship, a personal illness. Maybe you're juggling career, children, and a household, and it's all just too much. Whatever the reason, we all have times when we feel a lack of personal power. And while there is a time to get in touch with your emotional state, drawing the emotions out even, sometimes the name of the game is to transform the state you're in. So let me ask you, if you were to think back, way back, how can you tell your story through the lens of success? Whether your life has been one of challenge or ease, with a favorable attitude, search for a narrative in your life where you were successful. No matter what happened in your past, dramatic or mundane, there is something to admire. Sit down now with a piece of paper, use a voice recording app, or just get ready to daydream and begin to tell a story of a time when you made it happen. Remember, the thing about storytelling is not how worthy the story is, it's about the feeling the story conjures. If you've already been successful, whether it was getting back in shape after putting on the college 20, landing an impossible job, mastering a sport, or getting around in a foreign country using an unfamiliar tongue, tell this story of success and you'll begin to remember. You'll begin to feel successful again. Let me tell you one of my stories. When I was very young, I had fantasies of traveling. I often felt suffocated amid strip mall after strip mall in the suburbs and longed for something more fertile. I talked about it with my family, but often got the message that girls didn't go off traveling on their own. When I became old enough, I packed my bags and hit the road. I traveled with friends and sometimes alone for about 5 years. I saw most of the U.S. this way, living in my car, working in restaurants, saving up enough to keep going. In my mind's eye, I can remember so many experiences from then. I see myself driving late at night on a curvy Appalachian mountain road while a gigantic low orange harvest moon meeting me as though we had a deep clandestine plan, as though it had been waiting for me all along. Private and rich moments such as this meant so much to me, but at the same time, I didn't classify my experiences of traveling across the U.S. as brave. I didn't see myself as successful. By the time I went back home and decided to, quote-unquote, do something with my life, I felt rather insecure. What did I have to offer? What skills did I have? What had I even been doing all those years? My perspective was that I had to start from scratch and build something of my life. What I was lacking was confidence and the ability to tell my story of success. I had a dream. Albeit a daydream, but nonetheless, I had a desire to travel across the country, and I made that happen. That's what success is all about. I eventually found my way past that sense of insecurity and moved on to the next phase of my life. Still, when I look back now, I realized I was quite bold and brave. During those years, I had moments of fear and doubt. I put one foot in front of the other and kept moving forward. I learned a lot about people, about thinking outside the box, about living with ambiguity, creative problem solving, and following my gut. Now, taking time to tell the story, I feel rather grounded and strong. And that's really the point here. If you're still uncertain about where to begin your story of success, here are a few questions that might get you recognizing and telling it. Was there a time when you felt stuck and you did something to change that? Was there a time when you were very scared but you moved forward anyway? What would you consider one of the biggest challenges of your life? What happened? And then what happened? Can you think of an obstacle you overcame? Can you think of something you didn't know but then learned? Can you think of a time when you had a profound realization? What came of that? Has something ever happened in your life that changed you? What was it, and how were you changed?
That's it for today's episode of the SelfActualize Podcast. I hope you found Dr. Colleen Campbell's insights on self-discovery thought-provoking and inspiring. If you'd like to dive deeper and experience AI coaching from Dr. Campbell and other world-class coaches, visit SelfActualize.ai. There, you can explore personalized coaching programs designed to help you reach your highest potential. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the SelfActualize Podcast.